Welcome back, guys. This is Ford Tech Makuloco once again, and I wanted to do my final thoughts video on this WLToys V959 version 222, and I want to do a final thoughts slash do's and don'ts video. I've found out a lot in the past few weeks. I've owned this, and I want to hit the points and let you guys know before any of this happens to you, basically. So I'll get right to it, and then I'll do my final thoughts at the end, and keep that rambling to the end. So the first thing I want to point out is that I found out the hard way. During flight, I had a crash or two. It wasn't severe, and I go to take off again and turn on the camera, and it will not turn on. So I go to take off, and the light right here would not go on. It blinks red when it's recording, green when it's in standby. Would not go on. So I was wondering why that is. Well, I found out that the micro SD card in the backpack here had actually popped out during a light crash. And I always thought about that, how it just kind of clips into there, same way any other SD card clips into there. And so yeah, the SD card that goes in here just popped out during a crash. Well, it popped out into the grass. So that was bye-bye forever. So my tip on that is to put it in, lock it in the way it usually is. You push it in, it clicks, and then put a piece of electrical tape over it. Small piece, just to retain in case it does pop out of there from the regular locking mechanism. This will capture it, and just don't make the piece of tape too far where you start blocking the light or the microphone or any of those details. The other thing I want to mention, I think I'm gonna have a video of me actually gluing these in, but the glue they use is a hard glue to glue these lights in, front and rear, to the flexible shell. Well, they popped out within a day or two of a crash or two, and I guess maybe it's because of the dogs. They were going after it too. But dogs or not, I'm sure what happened. So I popped them back in with their original glue still on there to hold them in place as far as a stop point. And I used shoe glue. I got the automotive version, but the regular shoe glue will do. It's the stuff we all use to repair the Lexan bodies in the RC cars with the drywall tape and all that. So I put that on there right away, and ever since then, and I've had some nasty crashes, front and rear has never popped out again. It's not a issue no more, and that's the way you want it to be, is zero issues. So we can fly and not be repairing it all the time or popping it back into place or whatever. I want to tell you that the flight response on this thing, the way it reacts to your commands, is it's very quick. There's the lag is there, I'm sure, but compared to the other choppers, this one's lag between your command and the response is very quick. So I'm very impressed by that. I mean, you hover and then you tilt it forward and it really dives and just takes off fast. Everything's really fast, even on the 40% rate setting on there. So I'm very pleased with that. And once you get your trims going and all that stuff, it actually is very smooth, has a lot of lift to it. And it can just hover there, if there's no wind, and basically just stay there. And I've actually walked underneath it, past it, whatever, and it's the 6-axis and being able to launch it from your hand is incredible. Even for me, a beginner flyer that's only been in the helis a couple months, it's very easy for me to fly, and that's good for any kind of beginner that can get into it. Now, what you may be noticing is my hole in the top of the canopy here. Well, I got the link in my other one, and I'll put it in this one in my video. there was modifications at first for the dropout issue these had for the antenna and some other stuff on there, and turning the LED lights off, prevent interference and all that, and then cutting this antenna here to a certain distance. I believe it's 31 millimeters. Again, I'll have the link to the tutorial in my description down below. So right away I did that, and then you cut your little hole in the canopy here, and you can pop it through like any other RC body with an antenna coming through it, like that, and then your proper length. I did that right away when I first got it, and I've never had a dropout issue ever, never, ever since I've had it, and I've had it up to heights I do not want to even get that high, because I don't want it to drift off into someone's second story roof. So that is very impressive, and another thing to maybe do just for the heck of it, even though WLToys supposedly fixed that. Besides this mod, they supposedly fixed it. It's better off to have it completely fixed and not have any issues, so you can fly and have your fun and not be dealing with dropouts and all that. I also, while I was in there, I noticed you're trying to pull the battery out, or even the SD card, I believe. Well, not just the battery. To charge it, let's get that out of the way. So before you're going to grab the battery to pull it out, and these wires here for the camera module, they are draped over the battery right here. They're literally draped over it. So what I did is use a small wire tie and tied it from one of the arms here and got it out of the way, and now I can get in there and do my battery. Now I can pull it out without those wires getting caught on it. That's another thing. Even with my rotors as damaged as they are, my blades, the jelly effect that is so common with quadcopter videos, it just isn't there. If it is there, it's barely detectable or not detectable in most scenes. And like I said, even with these being a little dinged up and all that stuff, it no problems. I still get great video. Now the sound is a different story. The sound was bad from the beginning. It's mono, and it's horrible. And I understand you get all the noise from the props here and stuff, the rotors here, and it's right there, and it's right next to. It's kind of like sitting next to the engine in the airplane. It's gonna be loud. I understand that, and for the price, I can deal with it. I'm just glad it has sound. Now, as far as another thing I found out and I lost in the grass was these skid pieces. You got this piece right here, and then this one, as you can see, it's missing, like this. A piece here, a piece here, a piece here, here, and here, and they attach to the main frame here. Well, guess what? I landed, and these are all just push fit into each other instead of being glued. So I knew about that, but they seemed tight enough, and I figured I would get to it. I just wanted to fly it. Well, the dog grabbed a hold of it, and its push fit just wasn't enough, and I lost this one in the grass. Now, luckily, just like everything else on here, I guess I can get to that. Every part on here you can buy separately. So right now, because of some of the debris I was flying and like sand and all that, the gears have a little bit of rough spots on them. They still work just fine. The plastic gears have rough spots on them though. And so those gears you can get separately, so that's nice. Of course you can get these, but what surprised me is I could buy this skid, this whole skid as an assembly, and it's like only a couple dollars from Banggood. So I was kind of maxed. I put it in my backpack to do some flying videos out in the woods, and as you can see, it's been flattened, where it's been pushed out. Besides this one that's gotten broken the days before, well, lost by the dog mainly. And so that's nice. You can get a new one of those. I was really happy that was available. So then these shells, they're strong and durable. My dog got a hold of it, and at some point, and those are even available, are like $2. So I got one of those coming. These batteries, the battery life is not that great. I would say 5 to 7 minutes. These are 500 milliamp batteries, and what I found out on Banggood's site is that they got a 600 milliamp battery option for this. So I got one of those coming, plus I have this 500. That should be enough, because when you get the camera going and the lights, it really sucks the juice. Besides the 4, good size motors and all that stuff running off of it too. So that if you're going to buy one, when you buy it, buy an extra battery. They're only $5, and it's well, actually the 500 is $5 and the 600 is $5.30, something like that. So it's definitely worth it for that too, to get these extra parts. And I mean, you could buy these whole arms complete, except for the propeller here. There is plenty of attachments. Instead of this camera module, this thing slides right off, and then you can plug in your other options like the bubble blower and the little cannon to shoot stuff out. It shoots little like missiles out of there, and that's all remotely controlled, obviously, by your controller's other channels. So that's nice. They're doing like $7.50, something like that, and you can clip on different ones to the base model you bought here with the camera on it. So I got those coming. So that's nice that you can. It's modular like that, and you can just clip the stuff onto there. Overall, this thing is very tough. WLToys stuff is known for that, and I would have to agree. And I highly recommend it. I would give it a rating of good right now, because everything is good on it. I just wish the sound was better, and that would make me give it like an excellent rating for sure. Overall, especially for the price, it's like $65, I believe, shipped. So to have all this, and as you saw in the other video, the lights are just amazing for night flight. It looks really cool and all that. In the end, I would say take heed to the points I made about the durability, where you glue in this or attach that, as mentioned earlier, and get that bigger battery, and do the range fix on there just in case. I've had this thing so high it's hard to even see it, and I've had no issues with dropouts. I've been using it almost daily, if not a couple times a day, for a few weeks now. So it's a great little chopper, and it's like a medium size compared to the other ones I have, the X4s, the Hubsan X4s. And now what I would say is that if you want to get into quadrocopters and have a camera, this is the way to go. And I'm sure if you follow my points about the issues I ran into, and you take care of those, and you should have a great experience with this, and have your camera quadcopter, and do it on the cheap, for sure. So that's about all I can really say about this. I may post another flight video if I get some good scenery. Besides that, that's my final thought. Buy it.